So, hey, everybody, E. Walter Smith here. And today, well, as you know, I've been kind of promoting this show that I'm doing in North Carolina, the Bluegrass at the Beach show with the one and only Ralph Stanley II and the Clinch Mountain Boys. And I thought that, during all these promotions, I might as well bring the headliner home. What the heck? So today, I've got the one and only Ralph Stanley II with me to talk about the show, talk about music, community, and just real good time. So, Ralph, how you doing this afternoon, man?
Oh, doing great. I'm glad to be on with you tonight.
Glad to hear. Looks like you're on a tour bus. Are you on the road?
Yeah, I've got a 10 o'clock show tonight in Big Stone Gap, Virginia, Blue Highway Fest here. So just sitting here getting ready to get the stage clothes on and go out and see the fans and hit the stage.
That's what it's all about. Good times, good times.
Yeah.
Well, seeing that you got a show coming up, I know that at some point you want to be able to just kind of sit down and just think about the playlist and everything else. So we'll jump right on in so that we can kind of get in and out, but definitely spend a little time kind of talking about the show that we are going to be doing on October 25th, everybody, October 25th at the Silver Coast Winery in on Ocean Isle Beach. Let's learn a little bit about Ralph and what he's doing and just how this whole event kind of came about and why it's special to him. So, but first, let's go into a little background, a little history. I know that you're following in the footsteps of your legendary father, and so how do you find the balance between honoring the deep traditional Stanley sound and carving out your own musical identity?
Well, I sang lead for my dad for forever, but that's not really hard to do. And I've been blessed to, find great material and get nominated for Grammys on my own,
Okay.
and I've had 14 number one songs, but
Wow.
we stay true to the roots, and at the same time, you get a good variety of what we're doing.
Gotcha.
Get a little bit of best of both worlds, I guess.
Well, that's great. That's great. And for you to have proven that that model works 14 times, that's
Yeah,
incredible.
yeah, I've been fortunate on that, and actually won a Grammy along with my dad. Been nominated two times on my own.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, didn't win, but it's an honor to get nominated.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, congratulations on that.
But me and my dad and I did win one together. That was very special with Jim Lauderdale. Actually, that was a very special moment.
Good.
He was a
Good.
big-
It's good to be able to create father and son memories in a way that everybody is doing it in their sweet spot. Dreams are
Yeah,
coming true. And that's yeah.
yeah.
Congratulations on that for sure.
I appreciate that, Walter.
Yeah.
Sure do.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been asked a lot, so E, why are you going to do a bluegrass show? And and when
Yeah,
and when the girls first asked me about it, I'm like, there is no way in the world I'm gonna. But then you know what? Dad, my father was a big country music bluegrass fan, and so as a matter of fact, when we first moved from Cleveland to Shaker Heights, Ohio, the junior high school had a bluegrass country festival or concert, and we went. And Dad was all excited about going, and we went and we had a really good time. So that was really my first introduction to it. And so, and then as a musician, good music is good music. If you can play, you can play, and there's always a place for you. And even though this particular event is being billed as one for as a bluegrass festival, last year I think we proved that if it's good music, you're going to have a good time. And
yeah,
so in preparing for this here, uh, you know, the musical journey that I'm going to take people on is one that I think that even though most of them are obviously bluegrass fans, this is going to I'm going to bring back some memories and kind of help them create some new memories where everybody's going to have a good time. And so like I said, I looked at where the event was. It's going to be on Ocean Isle Beach, but that's real close to Supply in Brunswick County. And a lot of the folks that live in the Brunswick County area are like around my age. So I know they'll get a lot of the songs that I'm going to be doing. I know
Yeah.
Wilmington is about an hour away, and that's a real musical city. I know Myrtle Beach is
Yeah.
about a half hour away, and that's a real mixture of all kinds of people. So I think that when I come in, I think it's going to be okay. I'm excited about doing that, and and because a lot of the stuff that I play is very similar from the standpoint of just great stories, love, romance, good times, dancing, that kind of thing. I think there'll be a place for it, and in many respects, that's kind of similar to the kind of music that you do, where you tell deep, compelling stories, and but with that in mind, like what is some of the process that you use for selecting material, and what makes a story worth setting into a bluegrass sound?
Well, bluegrass has got a lot of, which we got a country flavor to what we do.
Mhm.
A lot of stories we do, tales of heartbreak, true stories, real to life. And we got some fun songs as well. Got a good driving beat, got a good mixture of tempos we offer. So my bus driver just came in. You might have heard him. He's been changing the batteries out on the bus,
Okay.
so he didn't know I was on this. But that kind of threw me off a little bit there. He,
Well, I didn't hear it over here, so I
well,
think.
that's good. I'm glad. Yeah.
Gotcha. Um, I know that. So for someone in my genre who focuses on a lot of like vocal melody and production, uh, what's the most important piece of advice you could give about connecting with an audience only using acoustic instrumentation?
That's a good question. Just really, when you're playing an acoustic instrument, what you bring out of it is what you're getting out of it. There's no effects. There's no uh, plug-ins, no bars. I mean, it's all, what you're bringing out of it is what you're bringing out of it. And I just always try to put my all into a guitar break or during the song, I play the rhythm guitar and I just try to keep a good drive or whatever beat whatever tempo we're in, just keep a good flow to the music going.
Yeah.
And I always try to, involve the fans, on the show and kind of, just let them know that we know they're there and we appreciate them being there.
Right, right. I know that I grew up kind of give like a little bit more insight. I grew up playing in a rock and roll band, and we did it, but we had a very wide variety of songs that we played in that genre and outside of the genre. And so as I kind of went on this musical journey, we did the Kenny Loggins, we did the James Taylor, we did the Jackson Brown, we did the Doobie Brothers, we did the Toto and the Eagles, and a lot of the groups that have acoustic instrumentation as part of their as part of their songs that they write and record and perform, and
Yeah.
so I understand how some messages are just delivered
Yeah.
and received a lot better when it's just the nylon strings coming across the guitar bass. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I think in many respects it's that vibration that kind of matches the heartbeat.
Yeah.
of an acoustic instrument that sometimes causes things to resonate a bit more. And interestingly enough, blending what it is that I do, where I might start one song, and it's just heavy production, backgrounds, horns, bass, the whole nine yards,
Yeah.
and creating an atmosphere and a groove like that. Then go
Mhm.
into a Kenny Loggins song that's very acoustic bass and just creates a whole other kind of just sound and emotion. A lot of times that not roller coaster ride, but that journey, kind of helps to make a
Yeah.
moment, a bit more memorable. So yeah,
Well, speaking of James Brown, if you'll go back and look up a song called Finger Hoppin' Time
okay,
by the Stanley Brothers.
okay,
That was my dad and my uncle. They started this band together, and then my uncle died. But if you'll go back and look up that song, Finger Poppin' Time, James Brown was doing the
the finger
snapping
popper.
in the background of that recording on
Wow.
it was on King Records.
Okay.
Darday and King. James was recording for King, and the Stanley Brothers was too. So he really loved the Stanley Brothers gospel singing.
Got it.
He wanted to participate in a song, and that's how he did it with them one day. He was
Wow.
on that Finger Poppin' Time, Stanley Brothers. Look that up.
God, I absolutely will. I absolutely
Yeah,
will. It's very interesting to hear the behind the scenes stories about a lot of the artists.
a lot of people don't know that. Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of people don't realize.
a
Yeah,
lot of people don't know a whole lot of things about what happens and what happened
yeah,
in music. And when you begin to peel back the onion and read some of the liner notes and read some of the
hmm,
journal, it's real interesting and it makes things like what we're doing on the 25th that much more fun because
yeah,
you could have you could talk about the influences from the stage
yeah,
and it kind of just creates, like I said, it's all about the experience. I know that this whole thing is it's about the music and about community and like for example, when I saw that Habitat Humanity was going to be the beneficiary of some of the proceeds, again, my dad and even me, as I think about it, but my dad, built a lot of houses with Habitat for Humanity on the side,
hmm,
and because he did, I helped to build one here in Atlanta, and so when I saw that, I could actually, do something in North Carolina that that would help benefit Habitat for Humanity. That was, just another one of the things that inspired me to go
yeah,
ahead and do this because I know they do a lot of great work and give a lot of opportunities for folks that
yeah, yeah,
are looking to get a house, and at the same time, for people who want to be able to give back in some form or fashion and see, the end result of their work, it being,
yeah,
somebody that's got a house and, with happy faces. So,
yeah.
um, what's the one thing that you're most excited for the crowd to experience, either a specific song or a specific moment during your headlining performance on the 25th?
Well, he got a brand new CD I just released.
Okay.
It came out on September 6th, so we'll have the new CD there, and we'll be doing 7 or 8 songs off the album. And I've already had one single that went number one off that album.
Okay.
That made my 14th number one, and
Wow.
it's the Polly's Revenge is the name of the song. My dad done a song. He done it all through his career, but him and Patty Loveless recorded it together
Okay.
and really made a smash hit on it in the late '90s. Pretty Polly. So
Okay.
this is the sequel song. So I'm looking forward to performing that one because I just got it out. I didn't perform it last year. It's brand new.
Okay.
So we got a lot of new material we'll be doing with the new CD we got out.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
One of the things that that I'm excited about is, I've got a new song out now that excuse me, excuse me, I've got a new song out now that uh you know it's it's a classic boy meets girl, girl likes boy. Boy's really glad the girl likes boy, so he tells the world about this new girl he met.
Yeah.
And so it's a timeless theme, and as I've been playing it out, a lot of folks have enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to to presenting that. Again, it's going to be interesting to see how this particular crowd picks up on it, because it ain't bluegrass, I can tell you that. But it is a lot of fun, and I know that everybody will at least be able to appreciate the story, and
Well, people's going to love it. I'm telling you, you did a great show. I really told you that last year we
yeah,
played.
yeah.
I guarantee I look forward to hearing it.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for one of the big things about this coming show is because of the kind of crowd that's going to be there, it's going to give me the opportunity to really kind of stretch out and do some of the songs that I don't get to do a
Yeah.
lot of times, and
Yeah.
and in that I'm excited to see the crowd really enjoy the songs and get up and start dancing and sing along, because I've kind of really taken a minute or two to put together a playlist that I think
Mhm.
everybody's going to like, and there's going to be like, oh, he's doing that, oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah.
It's going to be that kind of thing,
It'll be fun.
and so I, I don't know, like the lineup. I don't know where I'm going to be like in the set or whatever like that. But I think that the on a few of the songs, if there are musicians around, they're going to pick up the axe and probably play along with me. And there's one song in particular that I'm going to leave as a surprise. But as I play it, when it ends, I wouldn't be surprised that if there are musicians around, they're going to keep it going, because
Yeah.
it's just one of those songs that I'm sure everybody knows, and they'll be surprised that I'm playing it, and we're gonna have a good time with it. So I know you got a show to do, and so we'll go ahead and cut it off here. But
Uh,
man, you,
Go
you,
ahead, Eddie. I'm sorry. I was just going to say I appreciate you having me on. Look
oh yeah,
forward to performing with you again,
yeah, absolutely.
and come out to Bluegrass by the Beach. Everybody just plan to go. It's going to be fun. Silver Coast Winery.
Silver Coast Winery, October 25th from noon to 8 o'clock. Ocean Isle Beach. And listen, I can tell you, it's going to be me. It's going to be Ralph, and what at least 8 or 10 other acts too, right?
Oh, there'll be all kinds of music going all day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, all
I'm
day.
sure we'll go on later in the evening or late at night,
Sure.
but they'll have something great going on all day.
I think
On the
the battery is shorting out on your. There you go.
Okay, well, what it was the promoter was giving me a call that I'm playing for tonight. She was
Okay,
ringing in.
making sure
So,
you're
but I
coming.
was saying the girls that puts this on, Marianne and Melissa, they do a great job with what they're
Oh,
doing, and they're fine folk, and we look forward to seeing them.
absolutely. Yeah, that's Melissa Marianne, Full Spectrum Design and builders, and they are the cream of the crop in renovations and rehabs and new homes in that area. And in fact,
Yeah,
they're branching out all over the southeast. So for all of you people that are looking for homes and looking for professionals to be able to do renovations
yeah,
for your houses, they're the ones that are spearheading this effort.
yeah.
And make sure that you look them up and give them a call, and show them a lot of love, because they do excellent work. So
Be sure and come out and be with us for a great evening. That's going to be a great time, and support it, and so they can keep it going, keep
that's
doing
right.
it.
That's right. And again, once again, shout out to Silver Coast Winery for being the venue of choice in the supply area. So
Looking forward to seeing that. I understand it's a really, really nice
Yeah,
place. So looking
that's what I
forward to that.
hear. That's what I
Yeah.
hear. A lot of space for a lot of good
Yeah.
times. So, Ralph, brother, I appreciate you, man. Have a good show tonight. And
Thank you, brother. God bless, and we'll see you here soon.
all right, looking forward to it. All the best.
Yes, sir. You too.
Take care. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye.